Hi everyone, this is Sharon, and I wanted to show you how you could use the discussion feature in Schoology. Now, discussions are available in both groups, your school page, or a course as well. To create a discussion, you simply go to the discussions option right here in your left-hand navigation in Schoology for your group, school, or course page, and you hit the Add Discussion option. It's going to ask me to give it a title. I'm going to say Testing the Discussion Feature. And I have this nice rich text editor box, just like you've seen throughout Schoology, where you can do your bold, italicize, and underline, bullet list, number list. You have the ability to select a text color, a background color. You can do different formattings here, like strike through, superscript, or subscript. And you can also clear formatting if you have pasted your text from an outside source like Word or Excel. You also have the ability to increase or decrease your indent, and you have your align options such as align left, center, and right. You will see you have the ability to link. Now with linking, you can do it from here or the bottom, anywhere you see the symbol, as well as from the insert content option, where you can also access the ability to insert media such as videos or images, symbols, which would be our, for example, foreign language symbols, equations for mathematics. You can add tooltips, and you have access to the third-party vendors that are integrated within Schoology, like the ability to insert a video from YouTube or a document from your Google Drive. You can add a table. You have your spell check. You have paragraph options, okay? And you have the ability to change your font size. And to the right here, you have the ability to switch to HTML, where you can do things like put embed codes in. That comes in handy if you are taking an embed code, for example, from a Google form that you want people to be able to interact with the form directly from the Schoology discussion, or things like an embedded Google map, or possibly an embedded video that you have here. Okay. I'm going to show you an example using embedding a Google form. So I'm going to switch this to HTML. I'm going to go to my Google Drive where I have a form that I've already created, and that is the entry slip, the entry ticket. So I'm going to click on that form and open it up. Okay, so here's a form that I created, and I want to embed this in my Schoology discussion so that people can participate with this form. So to the right here, I have the option to hit send, which allows me to share this form. So I'm going to hit send. And when I do, I get this link option here, this paperclip. I'm going to click on that, and I have the ability then to take this link and add that to my form if I wanted to do a link. Or to the right of that, I have where is the embedded HTML. Since I made this, since I switched that to HTML, I'm now in my HTML box. I can take this embed code and copy it, come into my Schoology and paste this. It gives me all the details that I need. Now, if I switch this back to visual, I've got this yellow box, which means I did a good job. It's going to work. I can hit create. And when I do, if I click on testing the discussion feature, you will see here is that form that I wanted people to participate in. Now, it might not make sense to have a form embedded here. It could be a Google Doc. It could be a video. So I'm going to just go ahead and click edit on this. And I decided I do not want this form embedded. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to go back to my little visual option. And this time I'm going to insert content. So I am going to post an image. But I could post a video or anything else. I'm going to say attach file. It's going to bring up my file directory, and I'm going to choose this R. Okay, so here is my image. And I want to pose to my students or to my staff a question. So I'm going to say, describe how this image makes you feel. Okay. I have the ability here to add a file. I can add a link. I can add something from my resources, such as my Google Documents, or I can also do audio video recording. So I might record myself reading a video, record myself reading a story to my students, and then have them respond to a question after they have listened to me reading their story. Like maybe it's who's the villain, who's the main character. They can then respond to it. Okay, so I'm going to hit Save Changes. In this example, I said describe how the image makes you feel. Okay, so now here is this discussion thread. My students can then come here below. They have the ability to do rich text editor responses. So they can reply by either just typing, it makes me feel sad. Okay. But they also have the ability to respond by adding a link. Maybe it's an example. Maybe they had to go find an example and then come here and post. Example, maybe you wanted them to show me an example of classical art. Okay. They could find an image. They could come here and link that image if they wanted to. Or here they could attach the file if they had that classical art photo saved to their computer. Okay, so they could respond that way. I'm going to go ahead and hit post. And now this post is part of this discussion thread. Over here, as a user, I can delete or edit that. Okay. I've got some options here to collapse all if I don't want to see everything, expand all, or scroll to the top if this becomes too long. You can also moderate discussion. So anytime there's comments, you can moderate that. And to do that, you go to your group options and you have the moderate post option. Okay. So this is going to allow you to enable moderation. If I click on that, it says, are you sure you want to enable moderation? Now, if I enable this, it means I have to approve each one before it actually displays on the page. Now, in a course, a teacher, I'm going to go back to my discussion thread, but in a course, when a teacher is working on a discussion, they have the ability to grade discussions as well. So they can grade the comments that come through. That grade will automatically go in the grade book for a student. And they also have the ability to say, before a student responds or sees other responses in the class, they must respond themselves. Okay, so I cannot see what Sally, who's sitting next to me, responded as until I've made my own response. Once I respond to the discussion and provide my answer, then I can see how everybody else responded as well. You can also make the other responses anonymous. So I can only see my response, that it was me, but I can't see who put the other responses. I might see their answers, but it's going to gray out their face. It's going to gray out their name. So I have no idea who responded. All I can do is see how they responded. If you have any questions on discussions, do not hesitate to contact me at stierfelder@sd129.org or by phone at 630-301-5042. Have a great day.